Okay guys, well I'm working on the Machinist Vise again, Toolmakers Vise, and what I got to do now is go in there and machine some reliefs in the corners there, and we're gonna do that here. I've decided I'm going to do it here in the K&T mill, and we're going to use a slitting saw on an arbor to go in there and cut that relief. And on the print it shows being a radius in there, but I don't have a cutter with a radius on the end, that spec. So we're just going to use a square corner, and I actually verified that with a couple other guys, Machinist Vise, that they have, and both of theirs are square corner. So that's what we're going to go with. And I've been doing some indicating here. You know, this kind of setup usually takes quite a bit of time, so that's why I went ahead and started it, got it going, so that it's not taking so long in the video to get it done. But you know, I'll talk you through what I've done here. So I'm using my 8-inch Kurt Vise. You're sitting on the big boy over here, but I wanted to set this on here and actually indicate this vise that I'm machining square to the you know, square and parallel to the table here. So that's what I've just got through doing, and I actually set it in here on Z squares from Stan. I set it on those, and then I clamped this little square butt to the jaw right here, and I indicated the top of this within 1/1000ths. Okay, it doesn't need to be that close, but that puts us well within a range that we need to be right there. So I just wanted to show you that. And so I'll move the camera over here and show you. I want to make sure that the vise body is nice and parallel to my cut. So we're sweeping it back and forth, and I think I got it well within 1/1000ths. So let me show you that, and then we'll move on. Alright, so there's a dial indicator. I've got it touching the bottom here, which would be this area here on the opposite side. This is where you can see where I've got that square butt clamped up, and I used my test indicator and swept across here. So we're going to go ahead and just take that off. I just left it on there to show you how I did that. I just took it and just set it right there and then clamped it to the jaw. Move that handle out there. Okay, see, so we've got it nice and trued up. I'd say that's within 1/1000ths. So I'm going to finish getting the tooling set up, and let me grab that. I believe I'm going to change this saw out because I do have a couple that's broke there. This still works, but I've got another one that I think I'll use. So this will be in the spindle over here. We're going to come in here right in that corner, and we're going to cut that out. All right. And one other thing that I'll point out real quick, let me point you right here. Look at the bottom corner of this. I verified this with Tom Lipton. We sent him the prints, and he looked it up on his CAD. Okay, if you was to come in here right now with say an end mill and cut this, okay, you see it's interfering with the corner right here. So whoever made the drawing on this didn't allow for clearance right here. So what we're going to be doing is actually removing this corner as we're cutting, okay, which will be over here. We're going to use the saw blade, you know, the slitting saw, to come across, and we'll be removing that bottom corner of that, which is fine because that serves no functional purpose right there, okay? That's just part of the vise body. All right. There's the new blade that I'm using, Niagara 3/32. looking pretty good. Just giving you a quick shot there to show you what I'm doing. I'm lining that V up by eye with the cutter there. I've got her adjusted pretty dang close, and I think we're good to go. But what I'm going to do is turn the machine on and go in there and actually touch it and make some real fine adjustments there at the end, and then go in there and cut it flat. But I got to move the camera because I got to be right here so I can see this. That's looking good, man. I think we can go up. We can actually go up just a few thousandths. So used to having a handle down here, I could get used to going to the other end there. Okay, we look good. I look like I'm touching even on both surfaces there. Just past center line. Zero. That's looking pretty good. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and make that cut. So what I did is after the corners touched off, I dialed in a 1/16 on the depth. So it's really not cutting very much at all. It's just shaving a little bit. Start with a light feed, and we'll pick it up as we see it's doing okay. We use a little bit of mist to help lubricate it. far so good. I'm curious as to what it's going to do once it reaches that jaw down there. These are the kind of operations that I'm looking forward to trying on this machine because of the rigidity that it has. When you try to use that setup on a regular conventional knee mill, you know, it wants to shake, rattle, and roll on you. Just trying to adjust a little bit more coolant out. So we're running at 2 inches a minute, just taking it nice and slow. Everything seems to be doing okay. We're about to come up on that lower corner. Doesn't appear to be a problem at all. It's cutting it right on off there. All right, I think we got success there. All right, man. Did good. Get a good look at that. Okay. All right. Well, it's all that setup for that quick little cut, man. I want to clean it and get in there and get a little bit closer inspection and make sure that we're good. And if we are, I need to flip this thing around and get it all indicated again and make one more cut. Sweeping in that angle. We've got her bumped in nice and flat. I don't even hardly see any movement on that 1 inch resolution or 1/1000th resolution there. So we've got it at the angle that we need. I've got her nice and tight. And by the way, I was just going to mention to Herb Blair, I've been using your hammer that you made me to do the indicating on this. So this does get used around my shop. I just don't show it all the time. So again, that was a nice hammer. All right, I got everything indicated in just like on the other side. We're good to go. I've got my depth of cut set, so all we got to do is just start our feed, okay? And we're engaged. Okay, I think we made another touchdown. All right, I think it looks pretty good. It should match the other side. All right. Okay, so do a little cleanup. We'll take this out, and we've got one more operation that we got to do, and that's going to be in this corner here, the bottom of the main jaw, the fixed jaw, I mean. So I'm gonna get her cleaned up. That'll be our next step. All right, we're on this last undercut, and you see how I've got it set up. I just decided to go ahead and use an end mill this time. We're going to be using a 1/8 end mill, 2-fluter. And this just seemed like the most logical and simplest way to get this cut. I would have liked to use the slitting saw, but it would have been more setup. So what I did, I used Stan's Z-square again on the sides right here, and actually squared it up on a 45 using his squares. All right. And then I went ahead and re-indicated this way across the back to make sure that everything was nice and straight. So we got that within a 1/2 thousandths running back and forth this way. Okay, and we're ready to roll. It should go pretty simple, I hope. That's just an old cheap end mill. I just got her touched off, so we're right in the center of the V in the bottom there, and we're going to do the same thing we did on the side. I'm going to go ahead and zero, and we're going to move up a 16th. Let me go ahead and back it off. We're going to be touching just a little bit right on this corner right here on both sides. Couldn't really see the cut, could we? Alright. I think we need to go a little bit deeper. There should be plenty of cleanup there. I think I'm gonna go like 10 thousandths deeper. The depth of that is not critical. There's a depth over there on the print, but it takes it way down in there, and I don't like that. I don't think we need to go real deep with it. Same way on these. We're just gonna take another 10 or 15 and run it back across the other direction here. right, there's a shot of your relief down there in the bottom of the cut, or whenever it's surface ground. There's not very much, you know, there's going to be about 5 thousandths or so skimmed off these on the surface grinder. So you just need a nice corner relief for the wheel. And I think we got plenty there. Ended up going approximately 100 thousandths deep once we touched off there. I think that'll work just fine.